Alright, hey YouTube, what is up? This is Jacob McKeechin here. This is in response to the Proto SLG Rail 2014 Maxxed Rail shooting video. You guys wanted to have a review for this video, or for the gun also. Well, that's what I meant. And so that's what I'm here to do for you. I will go ahead and tell you that I do not have battery in my gun, and you'll understand why right now. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright. So here we've got our case that comes in. What you're going to have different. So, I mean, this rail costs a little bit more than the other ones, other years, but what they do include, it's $325, but it comes with a nice case, like you would see the die is coming in, and the reflexes as well. So we'll go ahead and open this up. Let me see if I can get this one-handed. Alright, so when you open it up, the only thing, everything else comes in here. The only thing that doesn't come with this is this right here, the squeegee. This was just my own purchase, and I keep it in here. It's, you know, really convenient for me to just tuck it away in there. But what you're going to come with, you're going to come with your lube for your gun, your dye, slick lube, and I would suggest you lube your gun up at least once a month, or yeah, if you're doing really continuous playing and putting your gun through hell, then you use it as you need it. But if you're just not playing, then just lube it up at least once a month. It doesn't hurt to lube this gun up. I mean, it will use this lube. Alright, and also it's going to come with a Allen wrench set. And these are not like shitty Allen wrenches. They are actually like the curved head Allen wrenches to keep you from shooting this stuff out and slipping it out. Here, let me see if I can focus on that. Yeah, see, it's got that curved tip on it. So, comes in every size you need for the gun. If there is any, I think if there was any other part that you needed, it might be the little minor stuff, but there really isn't though. But I always carry another multi or universal with me. Also, I'll go ahead and get into the marker here. It comes with a nice marker case, like I said before, nice straps it in and everything. So we've got here is a marker. Now, my favorite thing about this is the Hyper 3 regulator. It's really consistent, helps the gun shoot really accurately, in my opinion. I haven't had any problems with air system at all. It comes with the dye, ASA on-off air. The only thing, I mean, it's got like tournament locks in it, adjustable triggers. Like I've got mine set to like here minimal trigger, or what I like it to be. I don't like it to be. I like some bounce back on the trigger, but multiple modes. You know, like a full auto, semi-auto, ramping, just whatever mode you would need. It's not off the wall with modes. It's a good basic gun. Whenever I was buying a new paintball gun, I was considering, should I buy the Rail or should I buy a Invert Mini? Which I think the Invert Mini, and if you're looking at like $350 is the most you're going to spend, or $325 in that range. If you're not looking at like an Axe or anything like that, I would say this is probably one of the best guns you can get on the market, if not the best. It does not have, you know, the small, lightweight, fast fire speed that the Invert Mini does, but where this thing doesn't have fire speed, oh my god, it blows the Invert Mini away in accuracy. I was sitting out on a city game, pegging people off all the way across the field, just popping in semi-auto mode. Didn't even have to. I felt like I was using a A5 or something, long barrels and everything, or like first strike rounds. I mean, I don't use first strike rounds with this, but when I was using whenever I was using this gun on the field, it felt like I was using first strike rounds. I was shooting like dead accurate. But, which also brings me to the next biggest thing. Batteries consumption on this, you have to be careful with your batteries. If you leave batteries in this, they're going to run down. So don't expect, like, if you were like, oh yeah, I put a new battery in last time I played and I haven't played since then. If you leave that battery in there, next time you go out, don't be surprised if your gun starts misfiring or acting like you're out of air. At first, I thought that I was running out of air. I was like, there's no way. I took it up to my pro shop. The guy is telling me, he's like, well, it sounds like you've got a rundown battery in there. And I'm like, there's no way. I just put a battery in this. Haven't even played any games on it. I just got it out of the shop, and it's just been sitting. And so if you do not take the batteries out of this, then be prepared to bring more batteries just to have with you. I mean, it's never really a bad idea because you never know when you'll need batteries, especially if you're running electric markers, you're using electric hoppers. Everyone needs batteries these days. So, that is one thing that I would say. Also, I use a 3,000 PSI tank. It's good if you are not planning on, like, staying long games, I guess. If you're going to be kind of like the person that's laying down fire to help your teammates advance to the objectives, if you're playing objective type games, I would suggest you go out there with maybe like a 4,500, if not larger. Like I said, I don't need that much paint running out there with this thing because I will use this gun. It can lay down paint like good enough. Like, if you're thinking about getting the mini because it fires faster, there's no reason. You're never gonna really need that many shots off. Why would you get a gun that's gonna shoot faster and you're gonna miss more paintballs? Because if you could choose a gun that shoots faster and you'll be missing more paintballs though, or you can choose this gun, it shoots a little bit less faster, not as fast, and you're going to have dead-on accuracy. So I could take 5 shots and hit the dude instead of taking 15 or 20 and hit the dude. So that's definitely the pros for this. It's got the composite plastic frame, nice and lightweight. Clamping feed neck that they added in. Also, here, give me one moment. I'll go ahead and back the bolt out for you guys. I have to get a weird camera position for this, alright? I'm holding this with my knees right now, so if it falls, I'm sorry. You're going to use your largest size to take the bolt out. I haven't really touched this gun in a while because I haven't played, just because I've been off-season focusing on like motocross and stuff. So let me go ahead and back this out. Alright, so what you have here is when it dies, like most signature heads or pistons. I don't know what you call it. I haven't been on the paintball scene in a long time here. What I will say about this, one of the smoothest bolts I have ever fired in a gun. I have owned invert minis. I've shot the dyes, the DM9s. Also the Dangerous Power FX Fusion, which, oh god, the pinging on that was ridiculous. But this is one of the most cushioned, smoothest bolts that I've ever played with. Hardly any recoil on this gun. Obviously, I mean, it's internal. But when you're shooting this gun, you almost don't even realize that you're shooting a gun at all, or you would hardly ever realize that there was an internal moving part in this gun. Also, whenever Die or Proto, whenever they pack this, I mean, they're together, so whenever they pack it, they also include a replacement O-ring set. I believe that's right here. I'll get it out for you guys. And it comes with your manual right here. You just got all your firing modes, and it's really nice because they give you a little guide and color code this for you, and color code the O-rings as well in the packet to tell you which one needs to go where. So if you're not all savvy on the measurements of the O-rings or whatever, you just say, well, I need a green O-ring. It's easy as that. You got your card, warranty card. I'm going to leave that bolt out. I'd need to lube it anyways. So, also, what we have here is the honed barrel. One second, sorry about this. I'm having to film this with my hand. Alright, so basically the ultralight barrels, that's what was brought to the game with the new Proto 14 Maxxed Rail. One of the smoothest barrels I've shot again. You're going to hear this a lot out of me. One of the blah blah blah, one of the blah blah blah. But literally this was the best investment I've ever made in my paintball playing. One of the smoothest barrels I've ever used. It's a cocker thread. It's 2-piece. I'm not sure. I know that the marker is accurate. The barrel adds to the fact with that as well, because, I mean, I had hardly any sway in these. They don't veer off course. I mean, the only thing that I feel would make these make this gun shoot inaccurate would be bad paint with, you know, little like dimples in it, divots, craters, whatever, old paint, shitty paint, or would be wind or the fact that you're overshooting in PSI. This thing doesn't chop at all. It's got the easy to clean eyes. It's got the eye covers, so instead of having to like, say you like chop a paintball inside of your gun, you're like, oh shit, I got a squeegee and I gotta take out here, take my eyes out, and do all this shit and clean them. Nah, see, they solved that problem in this gun with the Proto Maxxed Rail. Say if you chop a paintball in here, they realize that plastic is clear, so instead of you having to clean all this shit out, just take this thing out and clean it, then slide it right back in. Easy as that. I have really fat fingers, so it sticks to my fingers sometimes. I gotta grab it by the bottom lip. Alright, it's back in there. You could fire it just as is. Just slide it out, slide it back in, fire it again. It's not a big deal with this gun. It's easy maintenance if you're on the field. I've done it on the field before. ASA regulator is amazing. The on-off. It's what they use on the DM9s. I've said a lot of this before. Multi-adjustable trigger. I'll go ahead and open up the inside of this gun just so you can see how the modes work and everything. Give me 1 second. Set this down. If I do not know which screw to use on this, give me a break, because I haven't opened this thing up, like I said, in a while, because I have not been playing. Nope, I need this one. Alright. Don't want to lose that. Let's set that right there. Here's the other two. And I will say, no, okay. One thing, to adjust the trigger on this thing is complete crap. You have to use the smallest size. You might get frustrated at first. It is possible to do with the ones that they give you, though. So, just keep that in mind. Don't get mad at it or anything, but there's a way to working it around. Like, I don't know if you can see, but I kind of like bent my, not my trigger itself, but just around like the trigger like frame right there. I have kind of messed it up just a tad bit, but it's not like, it's like the metal's been bent a little bit. That's my back battery side. Here's the back of the board. Everything on these boards is smooth. It's not really a big board. You can always buy like aftermarket boards and stuff. I say no need to, because I mean, the board that they put on here for you is amazing anyways. Alright, and I'll just go ahead and get this open for you, so give me 1 second. Alright, so we got the cover taken off, and pretty much, you know, there's no like programming buttons or anything. You see there's no like mode buttons on the outside. That's just a little pin that holds the trigger in place. All you've got in here is your 1 and 2 switches. Give me 1 second. And I believe it is that if you turn the second one, like my battery right now, I've got one of these paintball batteries in here. It ran down. I played one, like maybe, okay, no, I played 1 day out there with this thing on. Did not even use it, maybe like 3 games, and then left it in my gun. Go to turn my gun on, nope, battery's been drained. You gotta take the batteries out of this gun, otherwise it's gonna drain them. Everything else on this gun is amazing though. Programming is simple enough. I mean, it's different from other guns, but once you read the book, you get the hang of it immediately. It's saw trigger, trigger mode setting, like, you know, shots per second. If you want, you're gonna like hold it to set the shots or to edit that mode, and then once it starts blinking, it'll tell you the previous speed set, and you can count, like, say if I wanted to shoot at like 12 balls per second, I'd 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'd be shooting at 12 balls per second capped. But yeah, I really love the regulator. Like I said before, you know, the nice grip. It's really easy. It's not a really big clunky gun. Really easy to carry around. Really easy to play with. I love the trigger. They fixed the trigger from the last rail that you played with. I mean, look, it's, I've got it adjusted how I like it. It's a little nice hair trigger. It's not a magnet trigger or anything. That's just how I play it, though. But clamping V-net, like I said. I'll go ahead and put this back together and give you an overall review and suggestion of it. Alright, so we got this gun all back together and looking pretty again. I mean, it looks pretty apart anyways. Ooh, nice gun. But you can see a nice slick Proto logo right there on the barrel. If you want an overall review of this gun, I can tell you with my personal experience, I have played Woodsball with this gun, I have played Speedball with this gun, I have played Scenario, and I have played X-Ball. Performed great in all circumstances, especially when I'm playing scenario games, you know, out in like cities and whatnot. Speedball performed great. It's really good. Alrighty, sorry about that. Battery died. But like I was saying before, this gun, it's not the fastest gun out there. It's not the slowest gun out there. It's a great gun, right in the middle. You know, not too like strong or expensive at all. For its price range, it's an amazing gun. I would say, depending on how you want to play, I mean, if you're looking like, you know, you've got crap loads of money, you've got as much paint as you could ever need, go for a mini. I mean, you just spray paint down the barrel, but if you really want a good gun, nice and accurate, and you're not really going to need to rely on how many shots you shoot at the person, because you're going to hit this in like the first 5 shots, I'd go with this gun right here. I'd give this gun probably a 9 out of 10 for price range, $325. What I paid for it, brand new whenever it came out. I don't know if you're getting any special deals, but it was worth every penny for whenever I got it. Like I said, the only downside to this thing, the battery, make sure you just carry extra batteries with there. I mean, that's a simple enough thing to do. You're always going to need extra batteries out on the field. And other than that, also, yeah, if you're planning on playing like a support, you know, just laying down lines, I would suggest using a 4500 tank. 3000 PSI tank will work great for you if you're, you know, really spot on accurate with your gun, which this gun will allow you to be very spot on accurate. It just is up to the user. But, other than that, this gun's a great gun. If you've got any questions, leave them down in the comments. I'd be more than happy to answer them. You know, that's assuming if I see them, because it took me a week to see this notification to make a video on it. But other than that, all I can say is that I would highly suggest this gun. If you're thinking about getting it, there's really no hesitation with it. People will be like, whoa, are you sure you don't want to spend a little bit more? Obviously, listen, if you've got like $400 and you're looking to spend this at $325, you can save up a little bit more and get you an axe or maybe a Planet Eclipse. But honestly, this is a gun right here, because you can get this for $325, get you some nice gear, get you some pods. Paint's not an issue with this thing, because you can usually hit the shot right away. And yeah. So, this has been WC Twiley, Jacob McKeechin, and that concludes this video. Let me know if you have any questions, and always remember to like, rate, and subscribe, alright? Have a great day.